So step one, get Todd to unload them.
Yeah, no doubt, brother. Everybody needs a toddy.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hammerdown Motorsports. My name is Steve Fast, and today we are headed over to Westy's shop because, oh yes, we have our new rear drag setup for the Camaro. So right here we have some Mickey Thompson ET Street R's 305 45 17s, and in the box we have, oh yes, 17-inch Weld RTSs. So before deciding to buy the Weld wheels, I kind of threw around a few different ideas, like buying Race Star wheels or maybe getting a used drag setup or something like that, and it just came down to what do I want to run for the foreseeable future, and the Weld wheel was absolutely the way to go. So over here we have the dirty golf cart. It has been used for a lot of gardening and wood splitting recently, so it definitely needs a bath. We have a battery over here charging for a project for Truck Central, which will be coming up very soon on that channel. So if you haven't already subscribed to Truck Central, definitely head over there and do that. So we will be taking out the Cummins today, and as you can see, there is a ton of pollen all over this thing. Look at this. It's all over the windows and everything like that. So it is in definite need of a bath. We'll be heading to the car wash and washing this thing up, but let's go get our wheels installed over at Westy's. All right, we got everything jammed into the cab of the Cummins and we're ready to go.
20 minutes later.
So just on a little side note, if you're looking for a good phone mount, I definitely recommend this one. I got it on Amazon. It's around $15. It just put a little piece of metal inside your phone case and it has a really strong magnet, just sticks on just like that. Works really, really great. I will have a link in the description for this. All right, we're headed to Westy's Speed Shop. We got Todd's Hummer over here, some Volkswagens, of course. It's like an Acura, an old Ford, some Dodges. Let's go see what he's up to. It's like Andy's at work today. What's going on?
What's up, King?
It's a pretty sweet vet.
Yeah.
Ram Jet ZL1. Pretty impressive. What you got going on here?
I'm gonna get this thing wrapped up.
All fresh engine, ready to roll. This thing's gonna be a monster. What's going on, Todd?
Not too much, brother, man. How you doing?
Good, good, man.
Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you too.
Where's the car?
I brought the truck.
Did you bring the wheels today?
I brought wheels.
Let's see them, man. I didn't see them.
They're a lot
done?
They're a lot like these,
But
they're black in the middle, and they're a little bit bigger.
You didn't get beadlocks.
No, they're almost double the price, so I figured I have to give up the look.
Oh, your camera is on. I didn't think it was.
I'd say just run with it. So they look like these here, Steve?
They look 3 times the price. So if you're only paying twice the price, you're actually getting a bargain.
Well, if you look at it that way, I'm sure you could probably
You should have
justify
told your
it.
wife that.
I should
Like,
have.
oh, okay, fine.
I made an executive decision. Okay, I was not spending an extra $500 on a beadlock, and I don't really need it. So, yes, I do like the look of a beadlock, but I guess we're gonna have to go with what we got. So, step one, get Todd to unload them.
Yeah, no doubt, brother. Everybody needs a toddy.
That's right.
All right, here we go. The reveal. Woo, doggy. Don't scratch the new wheels, son.
So, if you need a set of Weld wheels, definitely come check out Todd at TSE. He will hook you up.
That's what I'm talking about. Look at that.
Oh yes.
Golly.
That is a thing of beauty.
Wow.
I mean, with a beadlock, it would be a little bit extra, but I don't think it's double. Even though Westy, I think, would disagree.
Yeah, exactly. That's a sweet looking wheel, man.
Oh yes.
God. And you know what the best part about it is? Made in USA.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful.
So here we can put side by side the ET Street and the ET Street R. As you can see, the R is a lot more flat. It just basically has these lines in it. And the ET Street kind of has more like a V pattern. So if you do get caught in the rain, it's not absolutely horrible. But these are only going to be used on the track, so I'm not really too worried about it. All right, we got our first wheel mounted up. Went on really nicely. Everything looks awesome. Now you don't really tell how these are going to look when you just look at them in the box. Once they have a tire on, they look absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see these on the car. But one thing I wanted to mention was when you put your valve stem in, there's a little bit of sealant from when they put the wheel together that kind of gets into this little machine groove where your valve stem sits. And basically what you want to do is just get a little seal pick or something and make sure that this entire area is clean so you don't have a leak at your valve stem.
Observe. You got like little booger balls right here that you can just get off. Make sure you get it all off, that you get a good tight seal. And you should be golden. You can see that coming off there.
Oh yeah.
And there's a big booger ball right there. So it's very crucial that you get that off, because if you don't, it could create headaches in the long run.
Yeah, you don't want to be busting down your wheels, especially how fragile these are. You don't want to end up having to scratch them by putting tires on and off all the time just to do something like a valve stem leak.
Oh, it feels pretty kosher now.
Looks good. We're ready to put our valve stem in.
Let's do it. There's that guy. American-made tool for an American-made wheel.
For a Canadian driver. Another thing you want to do is make sure you protect the lip of your wheel when you're actually installing your valve stem, because these tools, even though they have plastic on them, sometimes still can make a mark on your nicely new machined wheel, so be careful when you install it. Apply nice pressure, make sure you have lots of lubricant on the valve stem itself, and we're all in place. Another thing to remember is these are directional tires, so you want to make sure you have one right and one left. First speed you can get on by hand. Get the tire nice and down on the wheel. And be very careful when putting the machine close to your rim. You don't want to have any scratches or anything like that going on. And we're ready to start it up. Like that.
You make it look so easy.
This is the first tire I've done on automotive in probably about 7 years. So, actually, that one was, but this is the second one.
And how many pounds of air are you putting in this then, Steve?
Well, the other one I had probably about 15, but I'm going to look up and actually see what the spec is for these so we know what to run at the track. Okay, for tire pressure, I looked on Mickey Thompson's website, and for this size of tire and the weight of my vehicle, it's around 10 PSI and above is what they recommend. So if you guys need to figure it out, just check on their chart and it'll tell you what you can run. So there you have it, everybody. We have race rears. We have no more excuses for spinning and all that kind of good stuff. So it's going to be really interesting to see how well the car actually launches now with the new drag setup. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little update. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and keep that hammer down.